What's up guys, I'm Jads. I stream on Twitch, and in this video I'll be showing you guys the new content added to Rimworld's base game with the 1.3 version update. So this patch actually tweaks quite a bit of base game behavior and mechanic. I won't be going over all of those adjustments, just the actual new content that has been added. I linked the full patch notes down below if you're curious about the other changes. First up, right when you're starting a new game and generating your planet, you have the option to control how many factions of different types your world has. I was just messing around with it, I added a few more of this type. Once you're in world, there are a bunch of awesome new features. The ones I'm most excited about are the ones relating to animal husbandry. So first off, you can now build animal pens, and I don't mean just a visual pen, it's an incredible tool for managing animals in the game moving forward. Any enclosed area can become a pen, but I'm building one out of this new fence structure that came with the patch. I'm going to put in a little wooden fence gate and give them a little barn as well. There is a new door called an animal flap that acts as a temperature barrier that animals can walk through. You do need textiles of some kind to make it. There's also a new floor called straw matting that helps prevent the spread of animal filth. It requires 2 hay per tile. The game will alert you now if you have animals spreading filth in an area that does not have this floor type. So to actually make this a pen and not just a nice little visual thing, you have to add a pen marker. This is in the Miscellaneous tab. You put it in any enclosed area to turn that area into a pen. Once the marker is constructed, you can use these 3 tabs to control how pawns manage the pen. The Animals tab is where you can set what species and what sex of animal are allowed in the pen. It's currently set to all animals, so my pawn assigned to animal handling is going to go rope the animals and lead them in. Here Addie comes with my alpaca and then my yak. Now, if I click the pen marker and go into the food tab, this is an amazing feature. It shows you the total plant growth and total plant consumption within the pen for the current season. I adore this feature. I think it is so amazing that they added this to the game. Also new to the Animals tab is the ability to release a tame animal back into the wild and set up auto slaughtering. This auto slaughtering feature revolutionizes raising animals for food in the game, in my opinion. You can control the maximum amount of individuals you want of each species and each sex, and your pawns will slaughter any animals over these limits, prioritizing slaughtering older animals first. You can also now perform an operation to sterilize a tame animal to prevent it from reproducing in the Animal Health tab under Operations. 1.3 also adds a new item for egg-laying livestock, the egg box, found in the Miscellaneous tab. Any animal that lays eggs will prefer to lay them here, and once the egg box is full, your pawn will empty it and haul to whatever stockpile you have that accepts eggs. A quick note about fences: they do not keep predators out. Cougars and some other animals can just climb over them just like your pawns can and get into pens. It seems like to avoid this, so far you'd have to build your pen out of regular walls or just use fences from a fence mod. So now onto the new type of raid introduced by 1.3, the breach raid. It comes with a new weapon, the breach axe, which is used to tear down walls and doors quickly. A breach raid is similar to a sapper raid, where raiders will avoid your defenses and try to just break their way in through walls. You can see in this tribal breach raid I got that the majority of the raiders are wielding the breach axe, which tears down my granite wall extremely quickly. Mechs can also attack in a breach raid. There is a new type of mech called a termite, which I thought was going to drill into walls, but it actually shoots them with a new weapon called a thump cannon. This cannon does a huge amount of damage to structures, but it does do significantly less to people. Here, one shot from a thump cannon completely obliterates my granite wall, but we can see that my pawns are able to take like 5 consecutive shots in a row without being downed. It will be interesting to see how people try to defend against this type of raid. Now into the miscellaneous new content added. We now have facial hair for pawns in the base game, as well as visual overlays for wounds and prosthetics. You can see here that my pawn is all bandaged up currently. Now I love this feature. I know it was previously available via mods, but you can now draft pawns and then drag them into a formation rather than having to space them out individually. There are new meal types, vegetarian and carnivore for every meal tier, which is great because that means you can still have fine and lavish meals in colonies with only one type of food source rather than needing farming and hunting. I expect that will factor well into the ideology expansion that's coming out in a couple weeks, which I am so excited for. Some little visual effects were added for chopping trees, digging graves, sowing and harvesting plants, and researching. Look how cute the researching one is with all the little papers shifting around on the desk. And last but not least, the phenomenal search feature, where you can now not only search items in the Architect tab, like now maybe if I want to look up items with table, I type it and it tells me all the different categories that have tables and then highlights them when I click on each category. But more importantly than that, it allows you to search in the info tabs of different items now. No more wasting time trying to look up a specific stat in this massive info table. I can easily type plant, and their plant work speed is highlighted for me. So that is all the new content we have to look forward to in the free 1.3 update, not to mention lots of adjustments and improvements to existing game content that I didn't go over here. If you've tried the 1.3 beta, I would love to hear your thoughts on it below, as well as what you're looking forward to most in the upcoming Ideology expansion. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.